Okay, so yeah, hi everyone. Welcome back to Algo Exploration. My name is Samir. Now, in today's video, we are going to solve another very important heap problem, finding the kth largest element in an array. We'll first understand the brute force approach and then we'll build the intuition, why we use min heap, and finally, we'll optimize the solution step by step. So let's get started. Okay, so first let me walk you through the problem statement. Okay, initially they will be giving us the array, integer array, and the value k. Okay, and we just need to return the kth largest value. That's it. Okay, so if this is an array, over here we can see that this is the first largest, second largest. So the output for this will be 5. Okay, now let's take a look on the second example. uh this is an array and the value of k is 4 over here. So first largest, second largest, third largest. Okay, and this is the fourth largest. So for this the output would be, sorry, 4. Okay, now what would be the brute force approach over here? That you can just sort this array in the descending order and then just return the k minus 1 element, right? So that would be the easier one. But over here it is specifically mentioned that you can't use any sorting techniques. Okay, so how we are going to find it? Let's see. Now this is a first approach. Okay, so let me take one another data set that has 7, 3, 9, 2, 1, and 10. Okay, now over here we can see that this is the array and the value of k is 4. Now the thing is, or the question is, do we really need to take care of each and every element to find the kth element or kth largest element? Absolutely not, right? We just need to have 4 values. Okay, so let's say that these are the 4 values initially. Now for the time being, let's sort it. Okay, we are not going to use any sorting technique, but for the time being, let's sort it. Okay, so it will be looking to 2, 3, 7, 9. Okay, now here comes the element 1. Now ask yourself a question. If these elements are there, one can never be the top or the largest 4 values. Now, so due to that reason, we'll just ignore this one and we'll move forward. Now the next element is 10 over here. Now, over here, we can see that if I include this 10 inside this list, I have to include it, right? At that time, 2 will be kicked off. Because if I include 10 over here, 3, 7, 9, 10, in this, 2 can never be at top 4. Okay. So if the element is greater than the minimum existing element, then we need to take that current element, insert it, and then remove the minimum element. But if the value or the current element is lesser than the minimum element, we can just ignore it and move forward. I hope you got the idea. Now, which data structure will help us to find the minimum in the fastest way possible? That is min heap, right? So due to that reason, we are going to solve this using min heap approach. Okay. Now I'll just remove it and I'll just take this original question. Okay. So this will be the min heap. Okay. Again, you might be questioning why we are not creating the heap and all. Okay. See, this is a heap playlist. Okay. We are not going to create a heap from the scratch. Basically, we are going to use the priority queue. Okay, which is there in Java. Now, a simple priority key is nothing but a min heap only. Okay. So PQ. Initially, we will be going to store all the 4 elements blindly. The value of k is 4. So initially we are going to store all the 4 elements blindly without doing any comparison. So 7, 1, 9, 2. Over here we can see that this is the minimum one. Okay. So the circle one is the minimum one. Okay. Now let's talk about this 8. As we have seen that if the current value is greater than the minimum element, then we need to remove that element. Okay, and insert this element inside this list. Why? Because if I insert it, let's say if I insert it 8, 1 can never be at the top 4, right? So due to that reason, why we need to waste the space, just remove it. Okay. So basically we are removing it. Now after removing, 2 will be the minimum one. So 2 will be over here, the circle one. Okay. Now let's talk about 3. Over here also we can see that I'm going to compare 3 with the minimum one. Over here, the current element is greater. So remove this minimum one. Okay. Remove the minimum one and then store 3 over here. Now over here we can see that among this element 3 is the minimum one. So 3 will be over here. Perfect. Now let's talk about 10. Same story. 10 is actually greater than 3. So first remove it, insert 10, and among this we can see that 7 is the minimum one. So put 7 over here. Perfect. Now this is interesting. Now 4 is there. Think about it. If 7, 9, 8, 10 is there, 4 can never be at the top 4 element, right? So due to that reason, I'm just going to ignore it and move forward. Now the same story will go for 6 as well. If this element is there, 6 can never be at the top 4. So just ignore it and move forward. Now we are done with the array. Now we just need to return the minimum element which is present at the heap, which is 7. So for this question, 7 is the answer. You can just take a look. Since the value of k is 4, so first largest, second largest, third largest, and this is a fourth largest. Okay, I hope that you got it. Now let's take a look on the algorithm. So first thing first, we are going to create a min heap first. Okay, then we need to insert only k elements initially. Okay, so after inserting, then we need to traverse for the remaining one. But okay, so for every element, compare the top of the heap. Okay, for every element, we need to compare the top of the heap. If the current element is found out to be greater than the top of the heap, okay, we need to do two things. Remove that minimum element which is there at the top, and then insert the current element. Okay, now heap will be going to rebalance it. Okay, you don't need to take care that after removing the minimum heap and inserting the new value, how the structure will be the heap look like. You don't need to worry about that. Priority queue will take care of it. Okay, but if the current element is smaller than the minimum heap, or minimum value, then we just need to ignore it. Perfect. Now after processing all the values, the heap contains the kth largest element, right? Obviously. And then after that, we just need to return the top of the heap. That's it. We are done. Okay. Now let's take a look on the live implementation. First thing first, we will be going to create a priority queue. Okay. Now we are going to store only the first k elements. So for int I is equals to 0, I is less than k, I plus plus. So pq dot add nums of I. Okay, again, I can use add or offer as well. Both are the same thing. Okay, that means add function and the offer function in the priority queue. Now after that, we'll take care of the rest of the elements. Okay, so for int I equals to k, I is less than nums dot length and I plus plus. Okay, all the time we need to compare with the minimum element. Okay, so if nums of I, it is turning out to be greater than the pq dot peak, the element present at the top, we need to do two things: remove that element and insert the new one. So pq dot code and then pq dot add nums of I. Okay, and that's it. We are done. And after that, we just need to return the minimum element which is there in the heap. So return pq dot peak. Okay, So just a moment, let me take a look that whether I've made any kind of error or not. Okay, now let's run this. Perfect. It's running. Perfect. Okay. So the code is running. Now let's see the time complexity. Okay. Now see, this for loop is running for k times, right? And this we know that adding a value, that means inserting a value or deleting the value from the heap, basically takes log n time. So over here, since we are doing for the k time, so due to that reason, this heap add function will be going to take log k. Now, due to that reason, it will be k log k time. Okay. Now let's talk about the another for loop. Over here, this for loop is running for n minus k time, right? Now, in the worst case scenario, if all the current elements are greater than the min heap, so we will be going to delete that element and add a new one. So it will be 2 times log k, right? So due to that reason, the overall time complexity of this another for loop will be n minus k times log k. Now over here, now talking about the space complexity, it will be order of k. Why not order of n? Because we are never going to store all the elements in the heap. It is all the time k only. Okay, we have seen this. Every time we are just putting key elements inside the heap. Due to that reason, the space complexity will be k. Okay, so I hope that you got it. So that's it from my side. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, keep practicing.